All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Suds News. I am Vinnie Suds, along with Angela, as always, and we have such a jam-packed episode for you tonight. We are going to be talking all about General Hospital, and we have the nominees for the Sudsy Awards, for the 2026 Sudsy Awards, to announce as well.
Yep. And we have, I don't know if everybody's heard the news from the video. Have you heard the news from the video?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Today, General Hospital posted a video of their behind-the-scenes celebration of their 16,000th episode.
I saw a still picture about it. As a matter of fact, somebody tagged us on Twitter asking, or, you know, confirming that it's both Steve Burton and Finola Hughes.
And Finola Hughes, yes. Yep.
Filming. And there seems to be a mystery person.
Yes, there does.
I'm wondering
if that's actually a couple mystery people. There's a couple mystery people because it looks like there's a new scout.
Avery, I think.
Oh, really? She doesn't look like they aged her much, though.
At least that's what I'm hearing. But
I had heard Scout, but maybe it's Avery.
Okay.
See, I think that when they bring Avery back, she's going to be a full-blown teenager.
It's definitely a possibility. So we'll see. I mean, but either way, fantastic news. Steve Burton and Finola Hughes are back. Welcome, Goodbye Girl.
And Finola's haircut looks amazing. She looks adorable with that new haircut.
She does. She looks like a tomboy.
Yeah.
I see Yvonne in the chat. I see Steve. Welcome, folks. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, welcome in. And with Monday Night Raw airing at 2 p.m. in the United States today, everybody should be watching us because there's no competition. It was Monday Night Raw was competing with General Hospital, but it's not competing with Suds News tonight.
Yes.
So because they were in Italy, so they
yes, they had to go their time.
Yep, Connor, we were just talking about that, about the behind the scenes promo, and who's the new guy? Well,
yep, and it's so funny too because I had said that I thought he'd be back in early June since they're taking all of July off.
Exactly.
And somebody on one of the boards was like, "No, he's not coming back to set until July 21st." And I just want to say, "Ha, ha."
Well, so that means that you're right again.
It does seem to be happening quite a bit lately.
Hello, Aisha. How are you? Hello, Victoria. So, yes, we're getting confirmation that the new guy that was sitting there is Dean Geyer. He was on Glee. He was also on Neighbors, apparently. So,
do we have confirmation?
At least that's
what I had heard, and I went and I looked. And what's interesting is that because there was some speculation that he was the new Dylan. I don't know that that's true, although it wouldn't surprise me if they brought back Dylan. We need guys in that age range.
Yeah.
I also kind of think that he might be the new guy for Britt.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I've heard that they're bringing on a bunch of new people. So, but he does follow on Instagram. He's following Robert Palmer Watkins, who played Dylan before. Yeah. But that's the only GH connection so far.
So I see Aisha in the chat. I see Victoria. I see Lady Blue. Welcome to everybody in the chat. I do want to go ahead and give a big thank you, first of all, to everybody. We finally surpassed the 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you did see an ad before the show or during the show, that's why. But that's only because of the support and the subscriptions that you guys are sending us. So thank you so much for for subscribing to suds-media.com.
Yes.
Also, I do want to go ahead and thank everybody for tuning in on Thursday. We had the very first episode of Off Script, a brand new interview concept show that we're going to be doing more often. The first episode was Jennifer Sell, who I met down in Florida at the Samantha's Friends event. So, she's a fan, just like we are, and people the feedbacks have been positive. She's going to be doing stuff with us going forward. Not regularly, but she is going to be having a part in the Sudsy Awards coming up in August. I see Jeannie in the chat. Hello, Jeannie. How are you? She says Steve said on their podcast early June. I took as
right. I mean, late June didn't make sense because they're off for the entire month of July. So,
exactly. So why come back for 3 days?
That would make it really late June would also make it really hard for them to get his return during July sweeps.
Correct.
Which they would want.
Right. For somebody like that, absolutely.
Right. So,
All right, folks. You know what? We're going to be splicing these throughout the night, so we might as well get to our very first nomination. Now, during tonight's show, I do want to let everyone know the only videos that you're going to see, the only nomination videos, are going to be for soap opera categories. I'm not going to bog everybody down with the wrestling categories. Those will come out on YouTube tomorrow. So, YouTube, Instagram, X, everywhere tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Today, it's only going to be the soap opera category. So, without further ado, let's get to our first one.
And I'm seeing these with them.
Yes.
Because I submitted my nominations, but I don't know what,
Yes, exactly. You are seeing them as well. So we might as well start with the soap couple category for this year's 2026 Sudsy Awards. All right, so those are the nominees for the 2026 Sudsy Awards for the soap couple of the year category. I did have to double check a couple of dates for the nominations, but especially Valentin and Carly, being that they're so new, but they did start actually being official, I guess, if you will, in March, which came into the time frame, so it worked out. So
they made it in under the wire.
Yes. Voting is open. So go to voting.suds-media.com. It'll bring you to the Google Doc. And so I don't.
They're reuniting, and they decided they haven't gotten divorced.
Okay. So yeah, I don't watch Young and the Restless, so I have to go based on everybody else's input for some of those options. But either way. Folks, I do want to let everybody know that going to voting.suds-media.com gets you in to vote, as well as you can vote one time, put in or as many email addresses that you want to use to vote. And voting will be open for the entire month of June. So on June 30th, it will close. And then the Sudsy Awards are going to be on Sunday night, August 9th, 2026 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So we're getting questions about Taraya.
Because they are technically currently a couple on Young and the Restless. They're going through some stuff, but they're working through things, and they have not gotten divorced. They've had a whole bumpy whatever, but they are trying to salvage things. And they're a couple. They're married.
So, yes. And, there were a couple of, honorable mentions. We did think about possibly Gemma. We thought about Cody and Molly. But in all reality, the hottest couple that has been hot ever since Christmas time has been Carly and Valentin.
Yeah, since he showed up on her door. Yep.
Exactly. TV Watcher, welcome to the chat. Says, do you know if Rory Gibson's was submitted in the lead or supporting category for the Emmys?
I would be very, very surprised if he submitted in lead. I would be very surprised if he submitted in lead, especially his first year out with GH. Because there are others that would take that as an insult, like a personal insult. I'd be very, very surprised if he submitted in lead. I would think that if he submits, he did it in supporting.
So yeah, so the daytime Emmys are coming up, I believe, in October, correct? September, October. So we'll beat them to that punch as well. We'll be there in August. Hello, Annie. How are you today? Have we spoken about Carradine? We have not gotten there yet,
baby. We will.
Except for the fact that they are nominated for Sudsy Award of the Best Couple category. So, all right. So why don't we get started on our main topic, which is our thumbnail topic, and that is Alexis and Ava's journey to the New York art scene. The New York art scene, they run into a very familiar face, not to GH people, but to soap people.
Yep.
And that is, Kim and I know him from The Bay because he played Sir, let's see, I'm trying to think now. I got to separate the two shows in my head. Sir Thomas Kenway. But we know him as Apollo here in General Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you think of the trip to New York?
I mean, it was fine. I like Alexis and Ava as the Vickersons.
Yep.
You know, I think that, it was fine. I don't like that they had, because he is like a really great actor and he's a soap name and stuff like that. And it bummed me out that he was just like a one-off.
Maxwell Caulfield. Yes.
Yes.
No, I completely agree. I think that he could have had a much bigger role.
Right.
But, he may have other contractual obligations and what have you. So. And
you never know. We might see him again.
Exactly.
You never know. This is General Hospital. He could pop back up again and open a new art gallery to rival Ava's and be the new whatever.
Yep. I guess he's from the Colbys. He's from Grease 2.
Yep. He was the lead in Grease 2. He was so hot.
I know him from The Bay. So that's where I know him from. But either way, we did find out some pertinent information into Delilah's background. Well, not necessarily about Delilah's background, but Ethan's connection to Delilah.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that Ethan got a call from Apollo, and Ethan said, keep everything vague.
Yes.
That is until Ava does the one thing that Alexis told her not to do, and that is mention the Quartermaine name.
Right. Yeah. I don't think Ethan's the father of that baby.
I don't either. I don't think it's...
And I think this is about protecting the baby.
I agree. I think that's what it's boiling down to, is that he's trying to keep... I honestly feel like Apollo might be Delilah's father, and Ethan was protecting her from whatever.
Maybe.
I think that might be it.
That could totally be it, yeah.
The tattoo, that's kind of throwing me for a loop.
Yeah, it's an art thing, but I don't know what the hell it is. So
yeah, I'm not sure either.
No idea. So we'll see.
Yes, Steve, we have. Yes, Steve, we have been monetized. So there are commercials. There are going to be ads throughout the show. There shouldn't be too many. I did set it to conservative amount, not too much. Yeah. So just give me some feedback. 4 commercials already tonight. Wow, I did not know that. So I will try to reset the settings next week. I do apologize for that.
Oh, wow.
But either way, we'll figure something out.
Yes.
This is our first time with ads. All right. So let's so with with Apollo coming on, and we saw him for 2 days, and he finally showed the picture of Ethan and Delilah to Alexis and Ava, and then they don't show anything about it since then. So I would have loved to see a follow-up, but I'm sure we'll get in that.
I'm very surprised that we got follow-up from Carly and Valentin today.
Yeah, we did.
Usually something will happen, and then it'll be just days later, and what happened? Yeah. So.
Yeah, so we'll see if that pops up, and And yes, you're right, Donna. They are growing pains. As you know, we are growing.
But they are the great kind to have, you know?
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah.
And speaking of Valentin and Carly, their stuff today was fantastic.
Well, I mean, their stuff on Friday was fantastic.
Yes, it was. Yes.
And I will always have feelings for Anna, but she has nothing to do with whatever this is. That was very much she is his past.
Yes.
You know, and that makes sense. It does. Him and Anna were not together.
No.
You know, and I know that upsets people that want him to stay obsessed with Anna forever, but there's no reason that he would. It doesn't make sense that he would.
Right.
And just the whole, oh God, it was so good.
No,
and I love them as the Bickersons too.
Yes, their scenes have been fantastic, and
haven't hit a bad note.
What?
Haven't hit a bad note.
No, you're absolutely right. And even today, today with some of the snark when, when she comes home and he's downstairs and she's
upset that she ditched him to go. The nanny could have. She's like, but I wanted. And then the hot fugitive in my attic.
Yeah.
You think I'm hot?
Right?
Hi, kitty. Hi, baby.
The comedic timing of
James Patrick
Stewart. Yes, thank you. Having a brain fart right now, but the comedic timing of James Patrick Stewart is fantastic, and the way that
he is
the way that he's able to come back with those one-liners is fantastic.
Yep. Oh, absolutely, and they play off each other so well. And the looks and the touches and they just really, guys, this weekend in our Jarly chat and on the board, on the timeline, I actually suggested a pairing for Jason.
Wow.
What is happening? I have never in my life done that. I have liked other Carly pairings, not any other Jason pairings. I'm like, I actually suggested a pairing for Jason.
Wow, and who would that be?
Lulu. Neither actor wants to do love scenes.
Okay.
And, they're both going to be, Jason's already butthurt over the Carly and Valentin. He's going to be even more butthurt that they're serious. And Lulu's going to be pissed.
Yes.
She's going to act all betrayed. Although, we'll get to that. But yeah, I could see, not as a long-term for everything, but they're hooking up Dante and Liz, and Lulu and Cassius aren't, broke up. So she needs somebody. So what the hell? Why not?
Yeah, that actually makes sense. I would never put them together in other senses because you don't think of Lulu with anybody other than Dante, but she is a woman and Jason is a man, so it works.
And neither actor wants to do love scenes,
right? So
he won't be Brit. He won't be with Brit. We won't have to see him be with have love scenes with somebody else, and they'll be spend their time bitching about Carly and Valentin. Win. And I get Carly and Valentin.
And they have such natural chemistry, and it comes from knowing each other for so long.
Yeah.
The two actors have known each other for close to 40 years.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because they were young actors together. I love the pictures of them, the throwback pictures of them from way back when.
So you're getting compliments about your kitty, saying,
"Oh, my sweet Loca, my sweet Loca."
And that's her name, is
movie
Loca?
Star. Yes, she is. Yes. Although she's the sweet one, and her sister is actually the crazy one, and her sister's Luna. But it's okay. I need to. Oh my God, I need to brush her because I'm. Oh God, she's got hair all over me now.
Yeah.
I'm tasting. I don't like that.
The plight of pet owners.
Yeah. She's mad that I put her down. She's like, "Hello, I was enjoying that." I know. Yeah. So I was like, I shocked myself by doing this. I couldn't, and I really think that Anna's just going to be angst for them.
I agree.
Like somebody laid out a scenario I could see happening. Oh God, cat. I could feel a cat hair. And they said that, Anna comes back really broken.
Yeah.
And Valentin thinks that, he has an obligation to help her. And Carly agrees. And, especially if Anna plays into Joss getting out or whatever.
Yeah.
But Caroline can't stay away from each other. I can see it.
I think so too. Absolutely.
I really think Anna's just going to be angst for them. I don't know even how far it will go, but I think they're definitely the root. I can't see the show walking away from this.
Right.
It'd be insane.
No,
especially considering it was Frank's idea.
Right, and it's
being so
viewers.
Well received.
Yeah, it's bringing in the viewers. The ratings are going up because of it.
Even Carly haters
are
loving this pairing. And Valentin haters. And fans of, I saw Sonny and Carly fans saying how much they like. I was like,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Annie in the chat says, Angela, check my recent post speaking about the way she looked at him.
Oh, I saw that. You're so good, Annie.
But,
she does such great edits of them.
No, absolutely fantastic. I am absolutely loving the chemistry between Carly and Valentin, and that pairing is just fantastic in general.
Yeah, it's just, there's literally no better.
No, there's not.
And I'm enjoying a lot of things on the show. I have been enjoying things.
Yes.
I have been General Hospital's biggest cheerleader for years now. A few years now. Even when people were like, oh, the past few sweeps, I'm like, no, the past few years have been great. And even though I don't love everything all the time, I just think that they've just been really, really great, especially since Corte took over.
Agreed.
And this, though, is just...
This is the pairing that we didn't know we needed.
Right. Absolutely.
And sometimes that just happens. Just magic in a bottle, as they say.
Yep.
All right, folks, we're going to get to our next Sudsy nomination. It's going to be the Soap Character of the Year.
Hello.
So, without further ado, here are the nominations for the 2026 Sudsy Award for Character of the Year. So those are your nominations and nominees for the Soap Character of the Year. Again, voting is open now. So voting.suds-media.com and cast your votes. You'll have all month for June to vote for the Suds Award. Donna says she doesn't see Annie, and that's because Annie is chatting on X. So Annie is on X, so you won't see them on YouTube. So that's why. Jeannie automatically jumps in with Carly. So TV Watcher says, did you see Finn Carr's brother today? I did, yes. That he was the nurse that came in to help take care of Jack.
Oh, okay.
I thought I saw the resemblance, and I was right. So good bit part. His name was Grant in the show. He was the nurse taking care of Jack, and Jack is still playing like he's locked in, even though Nina knows the truth because she hasn't been dosing him.
Nina does know the truth, and then he was a little snitch bitch today.
Yes, he was.
And Nina was glitching out. She was just, yeah, she's not happy.
Of course, the one thing she says is that, Carly's not even Valentin's type.
Jack's like, that doesn't seem to matter. Oh, yeah, he is a bitter one. It's so great. I love it.
And of course, they're probably going to end up hooking up Jack and Nina at this point.
Of course they are. Absolutely.
The way that the conversation was going when Nina is just like, he has nobody here. I was there. I want to make sure he's okay. And Jack's like, you made me sound so pathetic.
Yeah, well, truth hurts, Jack.
Yeah. Donna seems to think it's going to end up being Carly versus Anita when it comes to the character voting for the Sudsies. It's possible. Tamara Tooney is a fantastic actress, and Anita is awesome on Beyond the Gates. So, folks, we did not add in the Bay to the Sudsies again, simply because of the fact that Kim and I, as we do Dockside at the Bay, it's still technically a rewatch show because we're only on season 8 as opposed to what it's currently on season 10. By next year, we should be able to fully integrate it into the Sudsy Awards, and then hopefully everybody starts to watch the Bay, and that gets more popular. Because we had them with our March Madness tournament a couple years, and nobody really knew who the characters of the Bay were. So let's try to get people to watch the Bay. You can find all the episodes on many places, actually, but you could find them on Popstar on demand, as well as Prime Video has a lot of them. Peacock has the first 6 seasons, but definitely start with the Bay, the beginning, that is on Amazon Prime. But okay, moving on to more General Hospital stuff. Let's see. Willow and Chase. Let's kind of get them out of the way because I don't. Okay. Let's start with Willow because she's clearly a sociopath.
Yes.
The way that she's talking to Sidwell and saying, we have to get Drew, we have to unlock him now.
Yeah.
But then she's like, but then he'll talk.
That scene with Sidwell was so funny.
It was.
Carlo Rhoda is just, oh my God, like the villain we didn't know we needed. He needs to be long-term or in and out something because the whole, he was never that great of a conversationalist. He's like a potted plant, and, give it up for Cameron Matheson.
Oh, yeah.
The eye acting is really freaking superb.
It is.
Between the, eye acting and then the hand acting, the man needs his own Emmy category for, nonverbal acting on the show, and he's doing great. But Sidwell is just not here for it.
I see the Guardian of Chaos Big Daddy here watching on X, calling attention. So hello, welcome to Suds News. I know that he's a big General Hospital fan, and we'll get him on the show at some point soon. Once we connect everything together. Let's see. Jeannie says Sidwell to me is a cartoon villain.
Not to me. I think he's
just fantastic in the role that he's in.
Right. He really is. And I mean, he has that kind of the dry wit humor like Helena had.
Yep.
Like Helena Cassadine had. He's, you know what I mean? He's very much that kind of
that
me
upper
anyway.
Crust, that upper crust rich villain.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I see that TV Watcher in the chat said that Wendy Rich is the executive producer of The Bay. We've check out Dockside at the Bay because Kim and I are on season 8 right now. We go through the archives. And Donna chimes in saying Rich is a brilliant goddess.
Yes, I'm right.
Lady Blue says Sidwell was amazing in those scenes dancing with the dagger.
Her dancing queen.
And then TV Watcher said Carlo Rhoda is fantastic. Yes, he is.
He just is.
He was a great pickup for General Hospital.
Oh, yes, without a doubt. And we also got his wife to keep Sonny busy. Win, 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 win. I'm going to get sick of winning, as they say. I'm not really, but yeah.
So, all right. So how are you feeling about Michael trying to plot against Brook Lynn and Chase and, I'm
fine with it because
trouble.
Okay, so I'm fine with it for a couple reasons. One, Chase is a douchebag.
Yes.
And it's not like he's planning on drugging him and Willow. You know what I mean? Right. He's just letting them do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is that, the whole thing with the Brook Lynn with the crash, that was Brook Lynn. And, I know people are like, oh, that's his family. He should see, I'm old enough to remember when Willow. What?
How many times did the Quartermaine stab each other?
Brook Lynn in particular. I'm old enough to remember when Willow was on trial for shooting Drew, and Brook Lynn kept huddling with Dante and talking about how it was probably Michael who did it.
Right.
And when her husband let Willow into the house to come see the kids, she was going to allow it. Yeah. And she was giving Michael shit for very rightly keeping those kids away from Willow.
Right.
So I don't care.
Right.
If he fucks over Brook Lynn. He does not, she's not fucking loyal to him.
No.
So why does he owe her loyalty?
No, you're exactly right. And he's trying to get Curtis, I don't know, is he trying to get Curtis to see that it wasn't Isaiah and he's wrong? Or is he trying, I don't understand Michael's motivation except for outing Willow. He's,
right.
Or getting Willow out of the way.
Well, I mean, he had also said that, that if Chase finds out that Brook Lynn was the one driving the car, then he'll, run to Willow.
Oh, yeah,
And he'll fall into Willow's arms, Although, he's pretty much,
already there.
Right. I mean, pretty much all she'd have to do is fall on her back with the legs in the air and
exactly
he's down for it,
Right in front of Drew the potted plant.
Oh my God. And here's the thing is I could actually see Willow would be the psychopath to do it.
Yes, exactly.
Seriously.
I mean, she cheated on Chase when he was practically paralyzed. So, I mean, it's happened before, not in front of him. But.
Yeah. Exactly. So, so I'm not, I don't blame Michael at all.
No.
I do take issue with people who are like, because of course we're like, this is, that's his mother's son. And then there are people like, no, this is a Quartermaine plan. And somebody actually said, because we were saying that it was a Spencer plan, because somebody actually said it can't be a Spencer plan because he never really spent time with Luke.
Right.
And this is in his Quartermaine DNA. Wait, what? Well, why can't it be in his Spencer DNA? Because here's the thing. He was not around the Quartermaines for their stabbing each other in the back shenanigans.
Right.
He grew up with Carly.
Yeah.
This is his mother written all over it.
And not to mention, how many times has Sonny stabbed the people,
Yeah, exactly.
It's a Corinto
family in the back. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So this whole, it has to be, and I mean, I would rather him be Michael Quartermaine than Michael Corinthos.
Right.
I want him to change his name to Quartermaine, but for people to I'm just sick of people dismissing, Carly as his mother. I'm just
because of the hate they have for Carly. That's all there is.
And it's just ridiculous. They also they want to forget that she's a Spencer.
Yeah. Her last name is Spencer.
So. Yeah. And she is just as much a blood Spencer as Lucky, Lulu, and Ethan.
Yes.
And I was noting, I made a few posts about that the past couple of days. She has spent more time on screen as an adult than the other three put together.
Agreed. Yeah.
And I got a lot of shit for this one, but she's the Spencer family matriarch.
Agreed. She absolutely is.
There are people who are like, it's Laura. No, it's
Laura
not.
Married into the
Laura
Spencer.
Laura divorced from being a Spencer. Laura's the matriarch of the family with her children.
Right.
But she's not the Spencer family matriarch. That is Carly.
Correct.
She is the oldest living Spencer.
Yes.
Period.
Yep. TV Watcher says, could Danny and Charlotte have caused the accident? It's a possibility, but I think that was a red herring.
Yeah, I don't think so because Brooklyn, they didn't mention another driver.
Right.
And they didn't seem like they were trying to cover anything up.
Correct.
So
Connor asks, do you actually see Chase cheat on Willow? So he also posted promo shows that this week Tracy sees them at the boathouse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're not necessarily cheating or now.
But the thing is too is that Brooklyn's little warning to Willow was just like waving the red flag in front of the bull. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because now Willow's going to be like, yeah, fuck her. I'm fucking her husband.
Right. Exactly.
Because she's a psychopath.
Yes. Yeah. All right. We're going to get to our next Sudsy nomination video. This time it's for the debut/return of the year. So here we go. So those are the nominees for debut/return of the year. And the one thing that's telling for me is our friend of the show, Jordi Villasusa, is nominated for Beyond the Gates, his role in Beyond the Gates, as well as, of course, seeing Erica Slezak as Ronnie Bard. And Stacey Hajduk on Young and the Restless. I did not know that until...
See, she's not on contract with dates. She's recurring.
Right.
So she can take other things. And she was Patty Williams before. And they had her come back to the role for a bit, which was really good. Yep.
So Tink Lou said that Soap Opera Digest just confirmed Dean Geyer joined the cast. So,
nice. So he's in his 40s.
Okay.
I mean, it's totally possible that he's Dylan.
Yeah.
But I could also see him being the new Doctor. We'll see.
Character name is to be Tristan Roberts. If that's
he's not Dylan.
Yeah. So he's going to probably end up being Britt's love interest. Perhaps. Goodbye, girl. You're correct. Jordan caused the accident. That's
right. Exactly.
He swerved into oncoming traffic. She went off the road. Brook Lynn had to swerve to not get hit. So it's her fault, and it's just like now for her wanting revenge on the person, for Curtis wanting revenge on the person that left the scene. First of all, like I said before, if I'm trying to make sure my car is safe, I'm not looking to make sure the other car is safe if they're trying to run me off the road.
Right.
So Brook Lynn did nothing illegal and did nothing wrong. So.
I mean, you're not supposed to leave the scene of an accident, but
if you're involved,
there was no contact on the vehicles. I mean, it's a shitty thing to do.
It may be, but again.
And what Brook Lynn was worried about is that because she had been drinking.
Yeah.
And if they had given her the breathalyzer, she automatically would have been at fault.
Correct. Even though she had nothing to do with it. So
because that's just how it goes when you're drunk drive.
I'll admit it's a little shady because she had her own personal reasons for not going.
Right.
I would have been like, well, I'm panicking to make sure my car is safe. I'm not worried about somebody else that tried to drive me off the road. So that's what it boils down to for me. Jeannie
now,
says,
real quick, I just had this Tristan Roberts thing is sticking in my head. Do you guys think that it's if his last name is Roberts, could he be a relation to Carly's old BFF? Because when Carly came to town, she was using her BFF's from high school's name, who she thought was her late BFF, but later found out that she was actually alive. She came to town as Carly Roberts.
I think I vaguely remember you saying that,
yes.
Or something was mentioned.
So now I'm wondering, is this a baby brother or something? Comes to town hating Carly? I could see it, maybe. We'll see. It just could be that that's the name they chose and it has no connection whatsoever.
And it could just be an ode to Tristan Rogers too. So
yes, absolutely.
Goodbye Girl says Britt and Tristan smoosh name. If you go with Briston, kind of.
Yeah. Or Trit.
Trit. Country singer.
Tit.
Tit. Tit. Britt's got some nice ones, so I'll say that. But. Anyways.
Yeah. So all right.
Yeah. So who knows? It could be Briston, and Judy says I think Dean Geyer is an Aussie, so it makes sense if you would have that name, Tristan Roberts, and who knows? Maybe maybe it's a courier to come by to say that Robert passed away, if that's how it's going to roll out. Who knows? There's a lot of different ways you can go, and we're just speculating. I did want to make mention of something. Go on. You were going to say something.
No, I was yawning. Sorry.
Oh.
It's been a long day.
There were a couple of comments on last week's show. You go ahead and.
Am I in trouble?
No. John Talks Everything podcast posted and said the way Ethan reacts when he was around the baby and how he looks at the baby is telling us he's the father of the baby. But maybe not.
I was going to say, I think it's a red herring.
I agree. I think it's a red herring because of the simple fact that it could just be him caring about it. It doesn't necessarily mean they were in a relationship.
Or even if they were in the relationship, it could have started at, she could have, it could have been, she could have already been pregnant.
Correct. Exactly.
And, a My Bodyguard kind of situation or something like that. It's.
Right. Exactly.
And he could have been intending to pose as the baby's father.
Right. How about, Tracy wanting to hire Ethan for the for finding out information about Delilah, or should I say not blocking anything from Brook Lynn?
That's funny. That's actually kind of funny.
Because,
and normally Tracy would pick up. And it's a little weird that she's not picking up on Ethan's weirdness about this.
Yes, agreed. Because I feel like he also wants to make the path smooth for the baby to go with Brook Lynn and Chase, because he knows it'll be in a good family. He knows that what have you, and as a I can't remember the phrase that I'm thinking of, but either way, it's just a cliche. There we go. To say that's what Delilah would have wanted.
Right. And my thing too, another reason that I don't think the baby is his is that he did not know who his father was.
Right.
Or his mother. I think for a while too. So he was raised by somebody else. I don't know that he'd walk away from his own kid.
I don't either. I don't get that vibe from him because he was,
especially walk away from his own kid without the kid knowing who he is.
Correct. Because he was raised without his parents not knowing who his parents were.
Exactly.
Which makes total sense, and I don't see that either because it's at least not, it's not like he, in my opinion, would be somebody who acknowledges and raises the baby and everything, but
Right.
he's also somebody that's like Lucky and Luke that can't sit still for 10 minutes. And
right. I just don't think that he wouldn't let his kid know.
Right.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Yep. Exactly.
And if he was the baby's only living parent, there's also no reason not to tell Brook Lynn that.
Right, exactly. He could easily say, I'm that baby's father. I'm signing over parental rights right now.
Exactly. So it doesn't make sense. That's why I really think that they're trying to keep the baby's identity secret from the actual father, who's a bad guy. Right.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
It's almost similar to how when Brenda's baby was coming around, Dante pretended to be the father to keep it from the Russian mobster son.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I know I'm getting there. I'm learning my GH history.
I still really think that GH should tap into that and have that kid show up.
I agree.
Looking for Dante, thinking Dante is his father.
Yeah.
I think it would be a great introduction for that character.
I agree.
We need kids that age.
We do. We absolutely do.
So,
that would be great because then, that kid could kind of go to war with Gio as like,
well, not only that, Sonny had that happen with Juan, because Juan was Lily's son and he thought that Sonny was his father and he showed up. But he wasn't Sonny's. Sonny wasn't his father. But he showed up thinking that Sonny was his father, but it wasn't. It was Ricky Martin. So, not Ricky Martin, but his character.
Why? Oh, okay. So I thought Ricky Martin's character was Miguel.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was Juan's father.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was reading the chat. Goodbye Girl says Dante is whose kid's father? No, we were saying that Dante pretended to be Brenda's
baby's daddy.
Yeah.
He's on the birth certificate.
Right.
To try to keep the kids safe from the mobster actually the mobster grandfather.
Right. The Balkan.
Dad was just a shitbag. Yeah.
The Balkan. Theo.
Yes, the Balkan.
I actually like that character. He was actually kind of a good villain. I enjoyed him very much so. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to get to our next Sudsy category. And this is going to be the shocking kiss of the year. So get ready and pucker up. And folks, because you're getting so many ads from YouTube, I'm not going to go into the Coach Lori ad today. So just beware. Here are the nominees for the 2026 Sudsy Award for Shocking Kiss of the Year. They are the nominees for Shocking Kiss of the Year, folks. And yes, that one definitely there was no mistake in that being included because they did kiss very early.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I knew they were moving towards Carly and Valentin, but that took me by surprise. I thought I was going to have to wait a little longer, and I was, very thrilled that I didn't, but oh, damn.
Yes. What a fantastic turn of events that was for Carly and Valentin. All right. Hey, for the first time ever, I'm actually getting more viewers on the Suds Media X than on your X, which is amazing. Usually we get tons more viewers on your X account. But yes, Carly and Valentin are so good. TV watcher, you're absolutely right. Curtis has become unwatchable. I've almost read, like, I am so tempted.
Oh, God.
Of course, I'm going to separate the art from the artist at this point. Donnell Turner is going to be part of the Samantha's Friends event in September. I want to go down there just to tell him that Curtis is unwatchable. Like,
I mean, he's just. I mean,
I'm just so tired of him trying to find fault where the fault lies with Jordan. Like,
I would rather watch a Sunny scene.
Wow.
And I feel dirty even saying that. Curtis is that insufferable.
He is. He truly is. And, like, I'm sorry, but the whole thing, the way that he goes up to Isaiah and you know,
Yeah.
like, we talked about it last week, but, you know, the fact that he's just determined to make Isaiah the one that left the accident.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired.
Right.
And Donna, I get it. Donnell pitches these stories, but why? I mean, does he have creative control in his contract?
No.
Like, why can't, you know, Cortez?
No, he doesn't. But the thing is that also that Curtis, I mean, he might pitch the story, but this is just, I mean, Curtis, the character, is insufferable, and he's just gotten worse and worse and worse. And, like, the whole thing with Isaiah is insane. And then, what the hell is Trina doing? Going to her mother.
Telling her for Isaiah to be easy on Curtis. Like, no, not at all.
A kid could die.
Yeah.
And Curtis acts like Isaiah started it. And Isaiah had it coming. You know, he just wanted an excuse to hit Isaiah.
Agreed. Like, if Curtis was so hell-bent on being away from Portia and being with Jordan, he shouldn't care. Like, when her due date comes up, if he wants to go to the doctor's appointments, whatever, fine. That's your right. It's your child. But leave the other guy alone. Like, you're clearly showing that you want nothing to do with Portia, so who cares?
Well, this is his, I don't want you, you know, this is another Sunny thing, though. I don't want you, but I don't want you with anybody else either. Yeah. And he did the same thing with Jordan, too. Mm-hmm. You know, he shat on her other relationships, too, because he's just a fucking douchebag.
Yes, Connor. What provoked Curtis was Isaiah saying, I would be a better father than you to this child.
I get that, but Curtis is a grown-ass man.
Right, but
who was looking for an excuse to hit Isaiah.
Playing devil's advocate with that, though, because it's kind of the second time around that this is going on. Curtis knows about this baby, but Portia said 20-something years ago, Taggart's a better father than you would ever be for this child. So I get where he's coming from. But
how does punching somebody show that you're a better father? It just makes you look like you shouldn't be anywhere near a small child.
Right. He showed his ass.
Right.
And the fact that
it's not even that. Isaiah said that in response to Curtis. Right. Yes. It's not like Isaiah just strolled up to Curtis and said that.
No, he didn't.
Curtis was, you know, take your hands off my child. Your child is not, his hands weren't on your child.
Right.
He would have to be elbow deep in Portia for his hands to be on your child.
Exactly. Right. Talk about fisting. Holy cow.
Right? I'm just like, that's ridiculous. You know, it was ridiculous. That man.
No, I'm sorry, but that was just insane. I get where he's coming from, but at the same time, it should have never happened.
Right.
You know, it should have never happened. And Curtis should have never, you know, stormed into that restaurant, you know.
No. He was looking for a fight.
He was looking for a fight. You know, it's absolutely, because even when Portia and Isaiah turned to leave, Curtis kept it going on.
Right, exactly.
I'm sorry, but he deserves to get whatever punishment is coming to him.
Yeah.
And, you know,
and he should have to look that kid's parents in the eye and be like, sorry, your kid could die because I'm a douchebag.
Right. Although I found it very funny. Portia going to the Quartermaines to ask for money for the jet to send the kid to another hospital or whatever. And Brooklyn's like, because she's feeling guilty, she's like, oh, we'll pay whatever the costs are.
Yeah.
And then, she goes to Curtis to whatever. He's like, well, I would have paid for the, that's horrible. I would have paid for it. You caused it. Like.
Right. That man. Mm-mm-mm.
I'm sorry, but.
He needs to just end up alone.
Aurora is going to end up. Honestly, at this point, Michael should cut his losses and fire Curtis.
Yeah.
There's got to be some type of morality clause in the contract with Aurora.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to report the news and not be the news.
Right. Exactly. And, Curtis could be going to prison. He can't be Aurora's CEO from prison.
Right. Agreed. He should be going to prison for assault. And Isaiah should be suing him for money because that's lost wages for him. He broke his hand. He's not going to be able to operate for months at least.
And I mean, honestly, for a surgeon, especially like a transplant surgeon, his hand might never heal properly enough to be able to do that again.
Exactly.
It's very delicate, that sort of thing. So,
I mean,
I remember Jason stepped on Tony's hand and he was screwed. Yeah,
Donna, you're right. For Jordan to be going along with this and whatever, it's just insane. I'm sorry, but
I think Jordan just doesn't want it to be her fault that she's scarred up. But seriously, stop it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. At this point, it's like Curtis is making Jordan unwatchable too, and it just the entire thing is just absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry.
And freaking Trina. I'm like, girl, shut up.
Yeah. Agreed. I mean, maybe Spencer talked to her from beyond the grave and
said be unsufferable like I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like I was. Yeah, right.
TV Watcher says, aren't the Gannons coming to town? So,
I think we might be getting them, yeah.
Yeah. Isaiah said something to the fact of there's some history coming in or something like that with One Life to Live. I mean, who knows? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's as simple as Nora Buchanan coming to sue Curtis.
Right.
But who knows? Daisy Flower, welcome to the chat, says Alan's hand led to his drug addiction.
Yep.
And then Daisy asks, is Joss going to get out of the room? Well,
no, she's going to stay in there forever. That is now her character's permanent home. Of course she's going to get out of the room.
I think
I don't know when, but she is going to get out of the room.
Although, I'm sorry, but Joss, there's another chair in the room. She could easily take Pascal.
Well, he also had a gun, and I get her being a little skittish, getting not skittish, but getting the lay of the land kind of thing. I'm just surprised they gave her another chair. That's just
right.
Cassius is like, no chair for you.
And it's a metal chair this time. It's not wooden, so it'll hurt even more.
Well, at least this one she won't break over my head. No, that's true. He is so dumb. Good
It'll
Lord.
Give him a concussion.
Right? I'm still stuck on him with his, I thought we were past this. Oh, yes, she has just accepted being kidnapped, you fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that man is dumb. Sorry.
That's okay. Well, folks, we're going to go ahead and give you the next Sudsy nomination, and that is for the Feud of the Year. So, get ready. Here we go. right, so those are your nominees for Feud of the Year. So go to voting.suds-media.com and cast your votes for this. For
some good soap opera feuds there.
There were. I'm gonna have to catch up on some of those feuds as well. Rick versus the Coven
was so good.
It really was. And I know I could not fit Alexis in the picture. They didn't have a picture of all three of the ladies, so I figured I'd go with Christina and Ava. But either way. What a fantastic... And it led to Rick's, turning over a new leaf. The ball gag in his mouth.
Yeah.
We
were making a joke about... because the Christina medical school thing.
Yeah.
Which, fine, I don't care, whatever. Just get her out of town. But that she was doing her pre-med undergrad online.
Yeah.
So the gurney in the basement was part of her pre-med undergrad.
Yeah.
Came in clutch.
And they had to keep him locked up somehow, and he had to, go to the bathroom at some point, get, sponge baths and, whatever. Who knows? It could have been. Daisy Flower says, is getting out of the room before sweeps. I heard they're leaning towards a Josh Cass couple.
I don't know that they're going to do the Josh Cass couple because I don't think he's staying long enough. One, I don't think they're going to give her another short-term boyfriend.
Right.
I have heard that he's gone by the end of summer.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'd also heard fall. But regardless, everybody thinks he's gone. Everybody that knows things thinks that he doesn't last the year. And I heard that by the end of summer, he's taking a dark turn.
Oh.
I think it makes more sense that they're going to do the obsession story.
Which makes sense because then he can come back at any time.
Exactly. They can milk that for decades like they did with Anna and Faison.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, I don't think they're going to do the romance for them because they don't know that he's going to stay. And
I see a great amount of chemistry, but
God, yes, they really do. And I hate it. I hate that I see chemistry because I'm sick of seeing these young girls with these really old men.
And not to mention, Faison was so much older than Anna too. So it makes sense that Cassius would have that obsession with a younger girl.
And he is, obviously delusional, thinking that, she was just going to be okay with being his captive.
Right.
Because they played a game of cards.
Faison was delusional about Anna as well.
Exactly. That's my thing, is that it seems more like that setup than them pairing them as a couple. But, that's my opinion.
And you know what? I got to say this. I absolutely love that they set everything up with Anna being kidnapped first. And then gaslighting her to think Faison is still alive.
Right.
Like, they knew that Anna was leaving, and they filmed a bunch of episodes, a bunch of stuff to kind of splice in throughout the time. I absolutely love how they brought this all around.
I mean, I'm just saying, they've had Joss researching.
Yeah.
Looking into Faison's obsession. Can you imagine her coming across a new book in a bookstore in a few months and looking at the cover and it's her?
Yeah.
And it was written by Cass? Come on. That would be some great soap.
And the fact that they have Molly getting ready to go on a book tour, it could even be Molly and Cody finding the book and saying, hey, Joss, look at this. This is you.
Right? Exactly. And I'm just picturing the look. Eden would play the hell out of that, like her just looking at that book and just the expression on her face as she realized oh my God, it would be so good.
I really don't know where the Joss WSB hate comes from. I know she's Carly's daughter and all that.
That's where it comes from. That's the ridiculousness that it comes from. That's what it is.
You know what? It's insane. Eden McCoy is doing a fantastic job as Jocelyn, the WSB agent.
She is.
She's awesome in the role. And I'm sorry, I'm going to stick to my gun on that.
Oh, me too. I am 10 toes down for it. And I'm telling anybody who's like, Anna was so much. You need to go watch some YouTube clips. The WSB has always been ridiculousness. Anna had a stupid little, like the weakest little stupid karate chop thing that she used to do and knock people out. It was the stupidest, weakest karate chop. And it used to render people unconscious. And I mean, I'm like, did she make contact with their skin? It was ridiculous. And at one point they had her like, getting in a karate position, and there's like, she's surrounded by like 5 guys with guns. So I'm sorry. The WSB has, be it Anna, be it Robert, be it Frisco, any of them.
Yeah.
They have always been shown to be over the top ridiculous.
Agreed.
Joss is no worse than they are. People are just watching with their haterade glasses on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm absolutely loving the Joss character now. I think it's better than the whining, teenage girl that's just playing I shouldn't say whining, but the teenage girl that's literally known for playing volleyball and having sex with Dex. I mean, that's basically what it was.
Well, it's so funny because I've seen people like, it would make more sense if she was in medical school. And I'm just like, when she was pre-med, you guys bashed her for that too.
Right.
I love this story. I don't think Joss as a WSB agent is going anywhere, and the haters can suck it.
And you know what? Honestly, this could cement Eda McCoy as a household name on GH for years to come.
Oh, God, yeah. And like her scenes today with Pascal were great.
They were.
I mean, the stuff that she's had has been, I thought it's been amazing. And the stuff with Cassius and all of that stuff. I mean, people are going to be how people are, that's just.
Yeah. No, you're right. People are going to be how they're going to be. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But who knows with that at this point, but we'll see. I'm enjoying it. I think Eda McCoy is playing the hell out of it. And
Same.
Just 100%. 100%. And
Absolutely.
You're right. The scenes with Pascal today, the way that she was able to get into his head, he was visibly shaken when he closed the door.
And like she got into Cassius' head too, but it took her a little while to get into his head. Yeah. Pascal, she fucking, can you not put your butt in my face, please? Pascal, like she clocked him immediately.
Pascal is the subject of another, another story currently right now. But before we get to that, we'll get to our next Sudsy nomination. And this is going to be the Family of the Year for soaps. Mm-hmm. So get ready and buckle up because here are the nominees for the 2026 Sudsy Award for the Family of the Year. All right, so those are your nominees for Family of the Year.
Bless you.
So again, voting is currently open. So go to voting.suds-media.com and cast your votes. You have the entire month of June to cast those votes for the Sudsy Awards. TV Watcher, let's move on. TV Watcher says Christina going to medical school is absurd, and UCLA Medical School is that as well. So.
My thing with it is like Christina dropped out of Yale. She dropped out of Wesleyan. She dropped out of PCU.
Right.
She dropped out of business school.
Yeah.
My God.
All right. There's a flying
leaping cat, right? Yeah. And she leaped and then did the circle back around. Shush. You want to come see everybody? Shush. I'm like, when did she get her undergrad?
Right.
To go to medical school. I mean, I don't care, whatever. And actually, for a non-sweeps write-off, excuse me, come here. For a non-sweeps write-off, come here. No. This was actually a brilliant because they can bring her back in a year as an intern.
Correct.
They need doctors. And she is a legacy character. I mean, it's also weird because she's never shown any interest in medicine. She was pre-law before.
Yeah.
But again, they need doctors. So, you know, or maybe, you know, she comes back in a year and she's dropped out of that too because that's what Christina does.
Right. Who knows?
I was making the joke about how, you know, because she had tried to bribe her professor for sex for grades.
Yeah.
I'm like, she must have quite the kitty because she got a whole damn undergrad out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, I'm just like, that's skills. That's mad skills.
Maybe Parker is a dean out there, so.
Right, exactly, right? Yeah. So, but yeah, whatever. I don't care. Christina is not a character I care about. The majority of the time, I hated Christina because she was just such a little shit, you know, and whiny or whatever. I thought Kate was a good Christina, but I don't care about Christina, and they're not doing anything with her. Right. So this is a good send-off for her that sets up something that they need when they bring the character back.
Correct.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Hey, baby, come here. You.
All right. So.
Your puppy.
So the cat and the dog make cameos today, folks.
Yes. The other one's mad, but he's like, I'm not going to be on your podcast. I shan't.
It is raining cats and dogs over there, folks.
It really is.
All right. So the thing for Friday said Valentin makes a romantic gesture. What exactly was the romantic gesture? Was it just apologizing for, you know?
I think it was telling her that he wanted to be with her. And it's not Anna that he wants to be with. It's her.
All right. That makes sense. All right. Yep. So that makes sense completely. All right. So before we went to the previous Sudsy nominee, we were talking about Pascal, and we saw Lucas talking with Sonny and Laura today. You made a post about Laura's higher than thou attitude.
Oh, somebody told me earlier when I said that Carly was the matriarch, they said that Carly can't be the matriarch because a matriarch has integrity and kindness, and that's Laura, not Carly. And I'm just like, listen. Laura, I know that she's presented as a good girl, but I'm old enough to know her history.
Yeah.
And she's somebody, come here, Bear. She's somebody who acts like a good girl, but she has a whole lot of dirt in her background. I mean, when Luke raped her, she accused somebody else of doing it. To protect Luke.
Wow.
She named somebody else. Then she also had an affair with her mother's lover, and when he told her that he was using her, she pushed him off the roof and killed him. She didn't mean to kill him, but she did.
But she pushed him off the roof.
Right.
I mean,
and then, she abandoned infant Nicholas to save Luke's life. Because she didn't want the Cassadines killing Luke or Luke getting himself killed trying to get her son for her. And she left him with psychopaths. Not Stefan, I get it, but Stavros and Helena were still going to be integral figures in his life.
Yeah.
And Stavros was his damn father.
Wow.
Stefan couldn't protect him from that. And then when Nick came to town as a teenager and saved Lulu's life with his, donation when she had the leukemia and he was the only match.
Yeah.
Then she turned around and rejected him and told him that she was walking away from him because him and Lucky hate each other. And she didn't want, she couldn't stop their hatred and somebody was going to get killed or whatever. But she's walking away from Nicholas, from her son.
Yeah.
Who she had already abandoned. Stop it. Stop it. And I'm not saying that Carly is the queen of integrity, but I'm like, with Carly, what you see is what you get.
Yes.
Laura throws stones and then tries to hide her hands.
Yep.
She has dirt. plenty of dirt that is her dirt.
Right.
So I don't want to hear this. Laura is a, bastion of morality and integrity and kindness. And, she's in cahoots right now with a damn mobster
Yep.
to cover her own ass.
Yep. Although in this one, she's really not that, she's not guilty of killing Dalton.
True. But she's letting herself be used politically and using her office as mayor.
Right. Yeah.
Against her constituents.
Yep.
For her own protection.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm just like, this is, she's got her dirt. And soap opera characters should have dirt. They all should.
Yes.
But I have never been a fan of the ones who have their dirt, but act like they're high and mighty and so much better than everybody else. And she's always acted that way about Carly.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, Carly doesn't even have a body count. Laura has quite a big body count.
Yes.
Laura has killed numerous people. And yes, a lot of the times it was action and self-defense and whatever, but not always. And she did some really ratchety, shitty things to her children on purpose.
Yes.
At least Carly, they showed her that she thought she was doing the right thing.
Right.
She didn't think, it wasn't, so I'm just like, and Carly owns her shit. She's not, pretending that she's Mother Teresa. So I'm not here for Laura is so much better than Carly, because I am old enough to remember the history of the show. Laura is the matriarch of the Weber family.
There we go. Yep.
And she's the matriarch of the family with her children. But Laura is not a Spencer. And she didn't lose her Spencerhood by widowhood. She divorced Luke, married 2 other whole people.
Yes, exactly.
He married somebody else.
Yeah.
They were really most sincerely done.
Yep. And Donna says Laura would be the Cassadine matriarch at this point. She adopted baby Ace, the youngest legacy Cassadine.
Yeah, I don't think that makes her the Cassadine legacy. I think Ava would be it more than Laura would be, because she was like the last Cassadine woman.
Yeah. Although
Alexis. Alexis is the Cassadine matriarch.
Right. So, agreed. All right. So, the whole point of this was that Sonny and Laura called Lucas over to kind of rope him into, helping them get out of the situation with Sidwell, because it seems like Sidwell's reckoning is about to come, since he's being taken on by all sides, it seems, whether it's Sonny and Laura or the Quartermaines, with deception. So, and you're right, Goodbye Girl. Laura doesn't even go see Nicholas, which, I'm sorry, we need Adam Huss back on General Hospital.
Yes.
He is Nicholas. I don't care what anybody says.
Mm-hmm. I'll fight you.
Yes, he's a...
Not you. I'll fight the general you. Yes.
Yes. No, Adam Huss is Nicholas. Marcus Coloma couldn't hold a torch to Adam Huss. I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
It's a fact, It's not an insult to say a dead man's dead.
But either way, I loved how Lucas left their conversation when he said, I want Sidwell to get justice, and I will work with you in order to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get the first meeting between Lucas and Detective Fitzpatrick today, as Lucas goes to say that he had some information into Marcos's killing.
Yes.
Saying that it was Pascal that was the killer. At least that's what the that's what the teaser is.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that, he's willing to work for Sonny, or work with Sonny, when he gives his sister so much shit about Sonny. That's just an interest. I just find it interesting.
Well, you got to think about it. He wants Sidwell to be held accountable. He understands that Sidwell's dirty and dangerous.
And I get that. My thing is the hypocrisy.
Well, everybody on soap operas is a hypocrite.
I understand that. I think about, the thing is that, like, I remember when Carly went to Windermere and
Yeah.
apologized to him,
Yep.
and he said, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
And she had to, apologize more and apologize to Marco. And all she had done, it's not even like she had called Marco. All she had done was suggested that they shouldn't move in together because maybe, just maybe, and she was right.
Yep.
But I mean, this was a conversation she had with her brother.
Yes.
It wasn't like she called Marco out. It wasn't like she caused a scene. And she had to, like, prostrate herself in front of this guy. But when he's wrong and he goes to her and he says, you were right, I was wrong, she just lets it go.
Yeah.
Okay, how can I help you?
Yeah.
It's just, as a Carly fan, it gets a little annoying.
Understandable.
So.
Understandable. But
because it's always.
We get their first meeting today, so maybe at some point, if that's going to be the romantic pairing, we'll see something sprout up from that. But before we get to our next story, we're going to get to our next nomination for the Sudsy Awards. This is the recast of the year. I think this one might end up being a landslide in the voting, but either way, let's go for the recast of the year. So I have a feeling that Roy Gibson may run away with that category. But either way, those are the recast nominees for this year's Sudsy Awards. Hello, Money Mac. Welcome to the chat. Yes, Donna. Marcus Cuomo said that he had COVID 4 times. He was just recently, I believe, on State of Mind with Maurice. And
was that a new one, or was that? I mean, I didn't watch it. I just wasn't sure.
New. Because he did finally speak out about what led to him leaving General Hospital.
He's lying.
Really?
Yes. I know that he said that he had the long COVID and it's a lie. It's absolutely a lie. They told him that they were not renewing his contract and he refused to finish his last scenes.
Okay.
I know this for a fact.
That's right. We did hear about that at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole story about, he had long COVID and whatever, that stuff came out after he was getting bashed.
Wow.
For refusing to finish his scenes.
Wow. Okay. All right.
But I'm telling you, I know this for a fact.
All right. That might be the next thing that the trolls pick up on.
No. Oh, I'm sure. But you know what? I don't care.
So Donna says, what do we think about the news that Cullum was supposed to have died on the pier when Rocco shot him? Apparently, Andrew Hawk has come out to say that Cullum was supposed to die and they ended up extending his story. I think it's just simply because Steve was leaving that they ended up.
No, because I think the whole Cullum thing, they already knew Steve was leaving. I think they just, decided to keep Cullum a little longer because they liked the actor.
Yeah.
I mean, they were supposed to kill Jack multiple times by now.
That's true. And Drew. So, Goodbye Girl says, I heard a heart problem and Mo is pushing for Marcus to come back. And Michael Fairman too. Wait a minute. Michael Fairman's story, I guess. But Mo is pushing for Marcus to come back. Well, yeah, because they're friends. I mean, that makes sense, but I don't think that Marcus is coming back. I don't think they were happy. Number one, I'm sorry, but if somebody doesn't finish out their contractual obligations because they're upset that their contract is not being renewed, that's a burned bridge in my book.
And he had some other black marks against him. People who have gone to the Zooms know about the stuff with Eden and Nicholas. Alexander Chavez. Yeah. I won't get into it here, but there was some other shit going on. But also the thing is that I can't see them bringing Marcus Coloma back. One, there isn't a big groundswell. He wasn't a very popular Nick.
No.
He's not a good actor. I mean, has he learned to keep his mouth closed in scenes? Or is he still going to stand around like this?
Right. But he also didn't have the aura of Nicholas Cassadine.
No.
I'm sorry, but you know, Adam Huss has the closer aura to what Tyler Christopher.
Oh, I agree completely. And I mean, and if it wasn't going to be Adam, I still don't want it to be Marcus. I want them to recast.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be Adam because Adam is great at it. But if it wasn't going to be, it still shouldn't be Marcus.
And we may be a bit biased because Adam is a friend of the show. So
right. Oh, absolutely. But what I'm saying, though, is that even if it wasn't Adam, it should not be Marcus.
You're right. No, you're exactly right. It should be Adam completely.
So, yeah.
All right. So we've got 3 more categories for the Sudsy Award nominations because we also haven't done this week, today in General Hospital history yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get the last 3 nominations for the Sudsy Awards for the soap categories out there right now. We're going to go right in a row. So here's the secret reveal or twist, the secret reveal of the year, the soap villain of the year, and the soap hero of the year. So check these out, folks. And yeah, here they are. So that was a secret reveal of the year, and then we're going to get to the villain of the year. And last but not least, the hero of the year for soap operas. All right, folks. So those are all the categories for the soap opera side of the 2026 Sudsy Awards. The voting is open now, so go to voting.suds-media.com to cast your votes. I think the hero part is going to be a very tough choice for some people. I actually wasn't aware that John Black was still active in the time because of when Drake passed away and how they killed off the character. That's thanks to both Matt from 10th Floor and Angela letting me know that he did die a hero. So,
yep.
So that this will be his swan song. So that might get the nostalgia vote, I should say. But either way, those are all the soap opera nominations, all the categories for the soaps. We still have wrestling categories that are going to go up for WWE, AEW, professional sports entertainment, whatever you will. There's also a Real American Freestyle Wrestler of the Year category that is going to be going up tomorrow. And there are indie wrestling categories. So we've got a lot of categories going on, and they'll be going up tomorrow. But the voting is open. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what the wrestling categories are when you look at the voting at the Google form. But if you don't know, wait for tomorrow, and those videos will be up as well. Okay, so we are going back to talking about General Hospital. So I think we actually covered quite a bit already. How about Rocco sending the video to Charlotte? And that, Lulu saying, well, that was his phrase to say that he's safe.
Right.
And Charlotte kind of showing Lulu and Dante the video and everything. It comes out that Rocco is saying that he's safe with Britt. It's his choice.
Right. Yeah, I think that they need to bury a foot in that boy's butt when he gets home. But, Yeah, I think that I don't care that it's, he's safe, whatever. It's just that child is, this whole Brit thing is ridiculous. And it was my, Rocco is a child. Brit is a kidnapper.
Oh, I mean, yes, no, because he's what, 16, 17 years old?
He's either 15 or 16, and it doesn't matter. He is a child, and she took him out of the country illegally. She is not his custodial parent, and there's no age of consent for that under 18. It's kidnapping, and you go across state lines, it's federal.
Right.
And nothing will happen to her, of course, but it should, because...
How about Elizabeth today justifying Brit and Rocco's feelings to Dante, saying, we know that she's not his biological mother, but she cares about him like a mother. And, she
doesn't care about him like a mother. She doesn't care about him like a mother.
Well, Brit doesn't care about anybody but herself.
No, exactly. That's the thing, is that she puts herself, but they don't understand. They don't know that. But at the same time, they know how she is. They know who she is.
Right.
And it doesn't matter if she cares about him. Even if she did care about him as a mother, it doesn't matter. She's not his mother. And the only reason she carried him is that she stole him, the embryo, from his parents, who, his mother, his actual mother had surgery so she could carry that embryo.
Right.
And her doctor stole it.
Yes.
And so, that's like, Nina felt like a mother to Avery.
Yeah.
That doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. She's not her mother. She's her kidnapper. That's all Brit has ever been.
That's still one of the weirdest friendships of GH and Nina and Ava. But yeah, no, you're right. And, they try to make Brit very sympathetic, but she's not. she has done so much in her lifetime, and I know there's a lot of clever writing and everything, but at the same time, it's like it just goes ahead and she's not a very sympathetic character.
Yeah, I don't think that they're even trying to make her one, honestly. I don't think that I think they're leaning into her being the bridge.
Of course.
So.
Yeah. Because she left to save herself. Now, granted, with the Huntington, she'll die at some point, but at that point in time, I'm sorry, but she should have put up more of a fight to Rocco to say, listen, I'm leaving because of XYZ. You cannot come with me.
Right. And just go.
Right. Exactly.
What is he going to do? Follow you on his bicycle?
Right.
Just go. But, but the thing is, that's the thing with her, though, is that it's not, she doesn't actually care about this kid.
Yeah.
I guess as much as she can care about him, but, she does not put him first, ever. Right. The mere fact that she was ever around him, knowing the danger.
Right, exactly.
Is crap. The absolute disrespect about his parents' feelings about what she did.
Yeah.
Shows that. Her not telling Sonny.
Yep.
Because she didn't want to lose access to her medication.
Right.
With Cullum.
Yep.
It wasn't about Rocco. You know what I mean? It wasn't about keeping Rocco's secret. She's just, so no, I don't. Nope.
All right. Well, folks, we are going to end tonight with one of our favorite segments of the show, because we're about to go ahead and hop into our DeLorean, and we are getting ready to go.
We're sending you back to the future.
That is true. We are going back to the future with Today in General Hospital History, and for that, I turn it over to our Professor Angela.
All right. So today is June 1st, but we have a couple other notable dates in the past week that I wanted to point out. 1996, May 27th, is a very special one for the Jarley fandom, because it was on that day Jason and Carly began their no-name sex affair. And Steve Burton had one of the hottest love scenes he has ever done, ripping the condom open with his teeth and the whole thing.
Oh, wow. They actually showed that on TV?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll send you the video of it. It's on YouTube. It was like, yeah. And their first love scene was to the song Obsession by Animotion.
Mm-hmm.
Because, them dancing, or the first time they saw each other with, I'm the Only One being the background song. And then their first love song, their first sex scene being Obsession by Animotion. It was so foretelling of everything.
Oh, please. Now that song is going to have a double meaning for me now, because it's not only the original theme song of Saturday Night's Main Event, but also it's now, oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, and it was, their morning after was really great because, they agreed that they weren't going to, exchange names. And like, Carly was teasing him. She's like, well, what if you're accused of murder? Aren't you going to want to know that, and then later, he made the same joke.
Yeah.
When she was leaving, and he was, and he was like, well, what if I'm accused of murder? She's like, well, then you're going to be really happy if I show up again. And they were just, oh God, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Great love scene, great whole thing, whatever. Also in 1996, May 31st, one of the best segues or montages or whatever that General Hospital ever had. Clink Boom. And that was Sonny Lily had told him she was pregnant. He was going to leave her for Brenda. And Lily told him that she was pregnant. He recommitted to their marriage, told Brenda, I'm going to be a father. She's having my baby. We're done. She ran off with Jax. Now, Lily's father didn't know that they had reconciled. He thought that Sonny was leaving his daughter for Brenda. So he put a bomb in Sonny's car. And they had been at Luke celebrating the pregnancy. Sonny had had a little bit to drink. So Lily went to go get the car. And as the car blew up with Lily and Sonny's child in it, Brenda and Jax toasted. They had just gotten married. Toasted champagne glasses. So It was clink, boom. It was amazingly done. Anybody who watches GH that has not seen it, it is on YouTube. I'll put it on my Twitter today. Great, just so well done.
You said the date for the for the Jason and Carly love scene. That was May 27th?
Yes.
They actually had a new show on Memorial Day that year?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't think I've seen a new show on a holiday in a long time.
I mean, it's 1996.
Well, that's true.
So now, and this Clink Boom was May 31st. Now to June 1st, 1987. Robert returns.
Yep.
With news of Holly's death. And that kicked off him and Anna reuniting. 1995. Ned and Lois got married. And it was it was so great. She wore Lila's wedding gown because hers had actually become a squirrel's nest accidentally. And they did a remote shoot on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Wow.
Claire Labine did a cameo on it. She was one of the neighbors that cheered them on. And Wally Kurth had said that it was, really great because it was, their real life love story was happening behind the scenes. And then they had that and it was just all.
Yeah.
But it was just phenomenally done. It was beautiful. And a really great super couple extravaganza. Then in 1997, Port Charles debuted. They had a primetime debut.
Yep.
And then, started as the Daily Show the next day. 1998, Luke and Laura discussed the rape. And that was really great scenes. Everything around that was all amazing. In 2001, on All My Children, Anna was on All My Children at that time. And Robin went over and had the big reunion with her mother. And she told her that she was HIV positive. Very powerful scenes. In 2010, Jason taught Michael to defend himself in jail. They were in prison together. And
I remember that episode.
It was a little too late. Michael had already been attacked. But, Jason was teaching him to defend himself.
Yeah.
Then in 2012, Danny Morgan was born. His parents didn't know it for a little while that it was him, but whatever. He was born.
Yeah, because he was stolen by Franco, right?
Yes.
Franco for Taya Delgado.
Yes.
Yep.
And then in 2022, Josh Kelly debuted as Cody.
Yep.
He made that landing
into the
right
pool.
on Britt in the parachute. So funny. That was your day in General Hospital history.
All right.
And a few other days.
Yeah, and fantastic. And it's funny. And the only reason why I know that May 27th was Memorial Day that year is because that is also the very first time, for you wrestling fans, you'll understand, is when Scott Hall came through the crowd on Monday Nitro and kicked off the entire NWO angle that revolutionized the sports entertainment industry. So, big day, May 27th.
That is really, really funny.
So, big day in Memorial Day 96. So, all right. So we did find out that Maxie and Spinelli brought the kids to the Grand Canyon today as a kind of a throwaway line as to why Maxie wasn't at the meeting with Rick and Brook Lynn and Tracy about getting Sidwell out of deception.
Yes.
So how do you think that's going to go? I love how Rick said you can't just go, you can't just go over there without a plan. And he's like, take your own boat.
Yeah.
And Brook Lynn, come on now. I can't understand why she would say, "What? He's not going to kill us." People would question things.
Yes.
Yeah, but he maybe not while you're there, but after you leave,
Yeah.
like he's not going to go quietly.
No. Not even a little bit. Yeah,
Do we have any intel that Sidwell is leaving?
No.
Because it feels like they're coming at him from all sides right now.
I know, but it's the freaking Scooby Gang.
Well, true. Agreed. Yeah, I hope that he's not. I hope that, he's staying on for a while.
And, I mean, Sidwell isn't behind. The thing with Sidwell, too, though, is that, I mean, they're going to get rid of Cullum first.
Right.
I would think.
Yeah.
And the thing with Sidwell is that he's not behind Marco's death. No. It's harder for them to, find things.
Yeah.
To pin on him.
Right, agreed.
So, I mean, I guess they could get Pascal to turn, but I don't think Pascal would live very long.
No, I agree with you. I just feel like Sidwell's got so much power right now.
Right.
That it remains to be seen how they're going to get out from under, whether it's deception, whether it's Laura and Sonny.
Right.
It's almost like there needs to be some kind of something that gets the baby faces, for lack of a better term, out from under his thumb.
Well, I think that, I mean, they could do that without really taking him down.
Right. No,
he could lose leverage with some things without taking him down. I think that, if they're going to take him down, it wouldn't be before November sweeps.
Yeah.
Because I think Cullum will be taken down this summer.
Right.
And Cesar's final project will be shut down or whatever the hell it is. But, Sidwell still has other nonsense going on. So other shenanigans, as Valencia would say. I love when she says shenanigans. Yep.
All right, folks. Well, we've covered just about everything. We've also given you the soap categories for the Sudsy Awards. Definitely make your way over there. Voting.suds-media.com is the address. Check it out. Put in your vote. You have the entire month of June to vote. And then the Sudsies are on Sunday, August 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So, Angela, where can everybody, do you have any parting words, and where can everybody find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Brooklyn74 or Angela Ryan Duncan, Facebook, Angela Ryan Duncan, Instagram, Angela Ryan Duncan, and they can also find me in a Google Meet this weekend. I don't know if it's going to be Friday night or Saturday night, but we are going to be talking things, and I'm going to be this week, my goal is to try to find out what I can about Burton's return.
All right, fantastic. Unfortunately, I will not be there this weekend because of my work schedule. But either way, folks, you can find
if we share any pictures of naked actors, I'll make sure to send them to your inbox.
No, please don't worry about it. But for me, you can find me on Facebook and Twitter at Vinnie Suds. At Suds Media is our Network X account, which is where I post just about everything, especially programming notes for our network. On Instagram and Threads is at Suds and Squared Circle. On TikTok and Twitch is at Suds_media. For all of our affiliate links and sponsors, go to linktree.suds-media.com. Remember, folks, go vote for the Sudsy Awards, voting.suds-media.com. But for our YouTube channel, again, thank you so much for all the subscribers. I will figure out the ad, the ad stuff, but going forward. But for everything, suds-media.com. Definitely like this video, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell, because we have a lot of content that's going to be coming out. This Thursday is going to be Dockside at the Bay returning. Kim and I will be talking about the next episode of The Bay. And we're going to be doing much more. Real American Freestyle RAF 10 is coming up in just about 2 weeks. So it's a quick turnaround time. So we'll be having another episode of freestyling on Real American Freestyle. But folks, we are out of time. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you all for subscribing and supporting our network. The super chats and everything, if you want to support the network, they're still ongoing. You could still win a Suds and Square Circle Media t-shirt by going ahead and sending us a super chat, super thanks, or a super sticker. You can vote early, vote often you can do one of those, and you get entered into a drawing every month for the year of 2026. We figured out one because only one person has subscribed. One month we had supers, but feel free to help support the network. All right, folks, we are out of time. Thank you so much for tuning in. For Angela, I am Vinny. We will see you next week as we go for more Suds news. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.